welcome back.
Thank you.
So thank you again for sharing your story with us. And I did want to know a little bit more about, like, right now with the lockdown, are you able to get your medication and to your doctor and everything?
Absolutely. That's a great question. Actually, I met with my psychiatrist recently, and I did a virtual, not virtual, I'm sorry, we did a phone conversation, and he was able to refill my medications for 3 months of 3 month supply. I am able to fill, like I see him once every 3 months. So hopefully by next time I have to see him, we're back to normal and I can see him in person. But
Yeah,
yeah, I can get my prescriptions and I take them as prescribed all the time.
that's good. So also you said that you are a single mom. You have two daughters.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what that's like during quarantine, your routine.
Um, well, honestly, it's been this quarantine. I feel it's almost like a as horrible and as sad as it is for those who are directly affected by it. And we are affected by it in some way or some capacity, everybody. But I feel like this time has been a time to pause and reflect and reset with my kids and my life. So I've had the opportunity to spend more quality time with them. We go on long walks, or I try to motivate them as much as I can to get out and run. That they just don't have that gene that I have, which is a running gene. um, but
You did track in high school, right?
track and cross country, yes,
Yeah,
yeah. And I did that with the hijab on.
I remember.
I'm a bad Muslim now, but no, I'm just kidding.
Or I think you were in the paper.
I was in the
Yeah.
newspaper, yeah, a lot because I think I ran my fastest mile in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. And that was with long sleeve Under Armour in the heat of the summer,
Yeah.
scarf, long pants, all that good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, as far as, dealing with the pandemic, is there something that you've done or a skill you've learned or movies? How are you like keeping your spirits up or some fun things that you do?
Well, some people are going to find this crazy, but um, I am a part of a gym called Orange Theory Fitness, and so this month of April is usually like marathon tracking month. So because the gym is obviously closed because of the pandemic, they've done a lot of at-home workouts, like virtual workouts, and then they also started like a within our Orange Theory Fitness Keller group, like a challenge of like keeping track of your mileage for the month of running. And so there's some people who set out to do half a marathon throughout the whole month of April, or a full marathon, or longer. I set out to do a centennial, which is 100 miles plus for the month of April. Now we're on day, and I have run 86 miles so far. So
Wow.
I'm way ahead of track. There's some days I'm running 13 miles, some days I'm running 14 miles, and then there's some days I'm just running 3 or 4. But I
Wow.
find it very motivating to know that I have a goal and to work towards it.
Yeah.
Mentally, that helps me. It helps me so much. Like, and I'm not saying you have to go out and run 5 miles every day to stay like mentally sane. But
Yeah.
for me, it's worked because I'm setting a goal and I'm attacking it every morning. And it's like every day that I wake up, I'm like, okay, today I'm going to go run. Some days I wake up and I don't even know how much I'm going to run. It's just like how I feel. Yeah.
So it sounds like you want to keep yourself focused. You have a
Yeah.
goal, you have a plan. 13 miles. That is amazing.
Yeah. I basically run from where I live in Keller to South Lake, the end of South Lake,
Yeah.
and home.
Okay. And you're training by yourself or I mean
Yeah.
other people virtually?
By myself. I'm doing
Okay.
that by myself. Yeah, I do. Like my accountability is that I'm tracking my mileage and
Mhm.
posting it to the group. But everyone's, oh, and then the additional challenge I added was I wear a 8 pound weighted vest the
Oh
entire
my God. Okay.
time. So I, um,
All right then. I'm gonna lay off the hot wings now. So,
so
just gonna like put a
I
mental picture
find
of
it
you up.
like I find it, and I also one of the most motivational, inspiring things that has gotten me to this point is a friend of mine named Baylor Barbie. I listen to his podcast. They're called Shark Theory, and he's an amazing and phenomenal motivational speaker and author. He's written a book called Wintality, which is like a winner's mentality, and another book that just was released recently called Opportunity Engineer. And so I listen to him now. I used to be the type that was not engaged with any like TV or didn't watch TV for years. I kind of went through this like depressive mode of just like I didn't want to like watch TV. I didn't want to watch the news.
Yeah.
Just go about my life, and I wasn't in the loop of a lot of things. So, reading his book was the first book I read since Memoirs of a Geisha, which is a long time ago. Or Kite Runner. I mean, I think that was the
Yeah.
last book that I read. So it's been a phenomenal like motivation for me in my life, and I thank him for it every day because I'm just like, there's some days I'll be like, tagging him on Instagram and saying, "Hey Baylor, I'm on mile 4. How many miles should I run?" I was thinking about running 12. He's like, "You know what? Tag on another mile, point one, and make it a half marathon." And I did it. And I did it because I felt like he was motivating me.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to have people like that who can inspire others just by being who they are.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to take a little break right now again. When we get back, I just want to talk a little bit about your future plans and how you see us coming out of this pandemic.
Okay, sounds great.